Greetings and welcome to the Ngoma Zethu podcast, episode 10. In this episode, we'll be talking about cultural imperialism. By now, most decently educated people know what imperialism is all about. An extension of your rule to other places that have nothing to do with your culture, but you want to force it, take it over, and then claim that it belongs to you. You're in control. And whatever you say is fact, is the truth. Now, cultural imperialism does not happen in a vacuum. It happens where there's already a political imperialism. It's already taking place. So when the empire conquers, they come in, they start to bring in their own idea of a god, their own idea of entertainment, their idea of what it is to be beautiful, all these things, all these things. Now, the cultural imperialism is like the most dangerous one because the average man, the simplest man in any land, imperialism for this, the common man, they don't realize because it's happening so subtle where you don't see somebody with some kind of like real like a wheel turning it, and make some kind of a door into some kind of like a pasta or something like that. They just experience it. Things are changing. They're hearing certain things that are happening. They don't know what it is. There's like a new program or there's like a new thing. But the cultural imperialism is very effective and it's like one of the most dangerous one because if people rejected cultural imperialism, then it's easier for them to reject political imperialism. It's very easy. It's very easy because then you know that no, this doesn't belong here. Why does it have to be beautiful? I'll give you an example. Today, you have millions and millions of black women that have been convinced that the hair has to be straight, and that means you have met the standard of beauty, and they've been convinced. That's a cultural imperialism, whereby it was brought because those people that came in over there, their hair naturally is like that. So meaning that you have people that have to do, if they don't have like real long hair, then they have to buy it and extend it and do that. Same thing in a lot of places where people are darker skinned. Somebody has convinced them that you have to be light skinned, and so you have to use a cream to lighten yourself so that you can meet the standards of beauty. But that's like what you call cultural imperialism. And then you have visuals that you see on television, like programming, shows, movies, and music that comes on the airwaves. So you live in some remote part of Africa, but you're watching some content that's been made somewhere else, and the characters there don't look like you, and so they have an impact on you in a sense whereby you start to kind of change yourself to fit their presentation, their idea of whatever, however they're looking. You want to be that thing. And we're going to talk about movies and music. Movies and music. Those two, they travel easily because of the medium that transports them. Or magazines and now the internet, text you can read. But music and videos, like they are disseminated everywhere around the world. And the way how cultural imperialism works is that the empire, whoever's in control, when the British were in control in most parts of the world, people consumed more things British. And the British can be square. Not all things British are interesting at all. It can be a box. But people consumed a lot of those things, and most of our people started like following those things. Now you have a new empire now. You have the America, the one that's sending out all this content around the world, mostly music, sports, and movies. And I can guarantee you that not all those things are good at all. Basically, you get more content from America disseminated around the world. And so what happens is that those things are being presented as the best in everything. That's okay, that's the best. If it's music, that means that's the best. If it's like visuals, like a movie or something like that, means that's the best. I don't know the best in what. That's up to the people that watch those things. But to tell you from like, especially like on the music side, now I cannot speak on the movie side because, like I said, that I've never seen violence as entertainment. I cannot sit down in my house and watch violence as entertainment. Even like go to movie theater and see all these flashing lights, guns, spears, and all that is beneath me. Not for everybody. I'm talking about me. It's beneath me. I can't participate in that. Now, wait. Let's talk about music. Everybody knows that Africa is the home of rhythm. And why is Africa the home of rhythm? Because the rhythm patterns, or those that understand music on like maybe just a little bit deeper level where music is played in different time signatures. Africa has like all kinds of time signatures. Some of them haven't even been metered, meaning that you have like maybe 4/4 music, 5/4, 6/8, 7/4, 9/8, whatever it is. There's so many complex rhythms in Africa. Endless. All right. Now, these are African people that have access to all that from their villages. But every day of their life is consumed by music that's played in what you call common time, 4/4, like that. Now, it's taste. You can like it. You can say, okay, I like it. But is it the best? No, it's not. It's an opinion. It's not the best. Rhythmically, it's weak. It's not as complex. It's like the best rhythm structure. So what cultural imperialism does is to kind of like bring everybody, standardize everything, and bring everybody into this kind of a way of thinking of like looking at hearing music, standardized that you cannot hear music in other time signatures, in other rhythms. You only hear like in 4/4 because the empire where they came from, because America is the British, the Europeans, and their music is like in 4/4 most of the time. They might play 6/8, but they don't dance to that. That's kind of a rare accidentals. It doesn't happen all the time, but more the spiritual songs that came over here, the hymns, it's 4/4, and that's where the music has come from. The cultural imperialism has a tendency of like getting everybody, even those that have like complex ideas, bring them down to the level of the dominant culture, which would be the imperial region, the imperial power that's like sending the music over there, or that's sending the information over there. So you conform. You have to kind of it's like when you speak to a child, you kind of slow down a little bit, or when you're speaking to somebody uh, who does not speak a certain language, and for the purposes of communication, you wouldn't be speeding up. You wouldn't be speaking as fast as you would if you were speaking to somebody who's like fluent in that language. You kind of slow it down a little bit, and that's what happens. That now all of a sudden, the Africans, as the custodians of rhythm, they're being like really dumbed down. That they have to slow down a little bit and conform to this like very simplified like rhythms. And that's how powerful cultural imperialism is, that when things are dressed up, they are produced to a point whereby uh, even the most complicated drum masters in Africa, when they see that, they'll say, okay, let's see that, because it's all about aesthetics, how it looks, how it sounds, it's clean, the technology is like way advanced, but it's not the content that's blowing your mind, it's the packaging. And cultural imperialism has a tendency to do that everywhere. If let's say some other entity becomes the imperial power today, if let's say maybe China took over today, and all of a sudden they're able to to get everybody now to speak Mandarin, and everybody to do this, all of a sudden we're going to start to think like them. Now, will their music, what the music is coming from the motherland or the empire, the best music? No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not the best. It's just like there's more output and more dominance. And so the cultural imperialism for people, any society that wants to re-educate their people, they have to start with the cultural content, what their people are listening to or watching on television. What are your people watching? Because the more people watch things that are from so far away, the more they get glued to those things, and those things all the time, because those things is a big production. The music comes in, and then you like the music, and then there's so much music from that place, and then towards the end of the year or once a year, they're going to have what they call the awards. The awards, to give the awards to those artists that you've been listening to, and they're going to tell you that the best song of the year, or the best that or that. Now, there's no context when they are broadcasting those things. There's no context. It's just opinion of certain people, and there's a group of people that kind of array the members of the group where they're writing, the lobby, the voting, and all that. And when those things are produced, you're just watching it like a simple, like I said, that a simple man who just like gets up in the morning, goes up, buy some beans and all that. They're watching all that, and they see this production thing whereby people are receiving awards, and somebody opens up, and the words that come out of their mouth, whether it's like in French or in English or whatever language that the plantation owners left, and you're saying that, okay, the best song, the music of the year, or that it becomes fact now. Even though you cannot talk about like the best song of the year when you haven't heard all the songs in the world. It's the same way how somebody can say that the best so the best percussionist, the greatest guitar of all time. There's no such a thing. That's just like cultural imperialism, because the people, that's an opinion of people that are writing those things, and their opinion doesn't matter. It's just like they got to sell something to excite people. That's all those things are there for. And so when our people consume these kind of things, make sure that they're educated. The TV stations that broadcast those things over there in Africa, in the Caribbean, make sure that there's context or there's disclaimers that, okay, this is just an opinion. This is not necessarily like we're the best record of the year. This is, it's a show. They honor these people, and this is their opinion. Or if they talk about maybe a list of musicians, there's all, maybe this guy is like number 10 of the greatest piano players. There's no such a thing, because they haven't heard all the piano players in the world. There's no such a thing. It's a lie. It's a same. We go back to religion. Same way how somebody can establish that their God is a true God. There's no such a thing. It's cultural imperialism. When they came, when an empire comes in, it's a circus. It comes in with everything. It comes in with the preachers. It comes in with the gangsters. It comes in with the rapists. It comes in with everything. Everything. It comes in with everything. Everything. That's what we call cultural imperialism. The swindlers, the pickpockets. It comes with everything. Everything. It comes in with the scientists, good and bad. It comes with everything. It comes with good things. It comes with bad things. Now, it's very important that our people, these TV stations in these places, like especially like in Africa, where people are so gullible, that there's context, that when you watch these shows, they should be like some kind of like a little disclaimer there that, look, this is a show. They're talking about that, where it's coming from. They're not talking about everything in the world. It's that, so that people are kind of educated. People have like a more sophisticated brain to understanding things. So the cultural imperialism doesn't become like the second wave of colonization, which already is today, because the African leaders that are busy stealing, they're corrupted, so they don't even pay attention to like very interesting things like that, where the airwaves of their country, the content is almost like about 80% foreign, and the foreign artists, whether it's like the actors, the musicians, they're not getting anything because they're bringing the best. What the empire, the cultural imperialists have brought in, that this is the best. No, don't watch that. This is the best, which is about self, make money. If ours is the best, that means we're going to sell more. We're going to dominate advertising. It's all about money tied into that.